Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lesson 6. Today we're thinking about early literacy for our preschool age children. So that is our group of children who are aged between 3 and 5 years. Today's focus is going to be on phonological awareness, so children learning about the sounds that the letters of the alphabet make, both on their own and when we put them together with other letters and we blend them. So a lot of the ways that are fun for children to learn is obviously through reading picture books. And picture books that have a lot of rhyming in them will support children's learning of what sounds letters make and what they sound like when we put them together. So one such picture book, which is a favourite with children, is called Room on the Broom. It's a story written by Donaldson and illustrated by Sheffler. We're going to read this story today. Listen out for those rhyming words, and when you're reading with children, thinking about pointing out key words that perhaps are going to be rhyming, or just parts of the story so that children can start to connect and start to remember the story for themselves, because they will start to read the book first with the pictures, with the illustrations, and then as you read the story over and over again, they will start to remember and recall the story so that they'll be able to tell that story themselves. Here we go. Room on the Broom. The witch had a cat and a very tall hat and long ginger hair, which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. Oh, but how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly it blew off the hat. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. And then, out of the bushes on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely and then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forests they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed aloud and held on to her hat. But away blew the bow from her long ginger plait. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. And then out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, and then said, as the witch tied her plait in a bow, I am a bird, as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but she let go of her wand. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then, all of a sudden, from out of a pond leapt a dripping, wet frog with a dripping, wet wand. He dropped it politely and then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, "I am a frog, as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me?" "Yes," said the witch, so the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy, and the broom snapped in two. Oh dear. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. "I am a dragon, as mean as can be, and I am planning to have witch and chips for my tea." "No!" cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. "Help!" cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon flew nearer and said, licking his lips, "Maybe this once I'll have witch without chips." But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads and wings like a bird, and its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched as it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch." The dragon drew back, and he started to shake. "Oh, I'm sorry," he spluttered. "I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly." And he spread out his wings, and he was off through the sky. And then down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog, and down jumped the cat, and phew, said the dog. "And thank you, oh thank you," the grateful witch cried. "Without you, I'd be in that dragon's inside." And then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone, throw something in." So the frog found a lily, and the cat found a cone, and the dog found a bone. The bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. "Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom. And then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird, and a shower for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. The end. So lots of beautiful rhyming in that book, and a story about friendship, and a story about being brave, and then a story about courage and hope as well. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you shortly for another.